Hi everybody, welcome to Wishes Fulfilled, a 6-part series of techniques and tools that when combined together will enable you to get your dreams into your reality. So this is part 1 and it's all about everyone is you pushed out, and I'm going to explain to you what that is and the importance of it, as well as sharing some very simple techniques of how you can create from limiting beliefs to limitless beliefs and how you can find your limiting beliefs. So before I do that, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like this video and this channel, and the bell icon that notifies you of when I'm posting, which is generally every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, so everybody is you pushed out. What does that mean? Well, it's a concept that was created in the probably around about 1940, I think, by Neville Goddard. Everyone is you pushed out simply means that everyone is a reflection, everyone in your world, everyone in your reality is a reflection of your inner thoughts, your inner conversations. It is what you think about on the inside reflected back at you from the outside. Now, that can be quite hard to grasp to start with. So what I'm going to do is just share with you a couple of examples. So my own example and some client example of what I actually mean by everyone is you pushed out. So I used to have quite a lot of unkindness in my life, and I would have a lot of people in my life devaluing me, my worth, bullying me, just being generally unkind. And I could never work out why. And I went through a lot of coaching. And also I did a lot of self-study. I did a lot of work on myself to get to the crux of why this was happening. Because when I would look at other people's lives, I would think, how is this not happening to everybody? Why is it only happening to me? So I knew that I was the common denominator, but I couldn't work out why I was the common denominator. So having all this unkindness in my life, I did the work and I discovered that I had limiting beliefs about my value, about me. And when I thought about my self-talk, it was pretty horrendous. I would say awful things about myself in my head, and I would believe it to be true. And all of these limiting beliefs that I had about myself came from my past, and it was a pattern that had perpetuated throughout my life. So I was always attracting unkindness, cruel, an unbalanced life of people bringing not very nice emotions and anything you can possibly think of to me. And I accepted it because I hadn't learned my values. I hadn't learned how to value myself because I'd never been shown, and I'd never had that in my life. So fast forward, doing the work, I was able to change my limiting beliefs about myself. So instead of saying that I was thick and stupid, because that's what I used to think, I would say I am intelligent. Instead of saying I can't, I would say I can do this, and I can be, do, and have anything that I desire. Instead of saying, God, nobody likes me, I would say I am really likable, and I am popular, I am friendly. So you see, I started to change the way I viewed myself internally. And over time, because it doesn't happen overnight, but over time, you start to get what you think about yourself, what you're pushing out there with your inner thoughts or your inner conversation reflected back at you. And I now only have kind, loving, supportive, caring, generous, trustworthy, loyal, compassionate, understanding, amazing people in my life. Amazing people in my life. I have a life now full of kindness and love, and I never had that before. So when I changed my self-talk, it reflected back at me through what I needed to see and how I was showing up internally, what I was thinking about myself. So that's my experience. Now I'm going to share with you a client experience. So again, everyone as you pushed out is a reflection of what your inner talk is and what your inner beliefs are. And some of these beliefs are so deeply hidden that it does take coaching and having somebody to talk to dig deep enough to find out what they are. So that is an example of what everyone is you, some examples of what everyone is you pushed out is. And when you change when you can find out what your limiting belief is to create limitless beliefs, you can actually change what is reflecting back at you. So change the inner talk, change your beliefs, that gets pushed out and it will come back at you in the way you want it to. Now, one thing that is quite weird to grasp, but is also a fact, is that the only person you are ever in competition with is yourself, because everybody is you reflected back at you. So if you change your mindset, you will reflect back what you want in the world and what you deserve fundamentally in the world. So you are always only in competition with yourself, with your mind. So when you change your mindset, you will change what is coming back at you. So this is what you do. You need to get a pen and paper and write down the areas of your life that you are not happy with, whether that is people or situations. It could be your career, it could be your body, it could be your relationship, but write down what it is you're not happy with. What is it that is actually standing out? How are people reflecting back at you? How are situations reflecting back at you? If you think about this, you can just put it down into question form. Do you get overlooked at work? And if the answer is yes, then think about, have you always been overlooked in your life? And if the answer is yes, then you now know that you've got a limiting belief about being overlooked. Do you always get passed up for the promotion? Do you always get passed up for the promotion? Do you always never get chosen? And if the answer is yes, and you have a limiting belief about always being left and not being the one that's chosen. So when we do this digging deep into everyone as you pushed out, into what our limiting beliefs are, what our self-talk is, we can uncover masses of information that will enable you to change what that is. And it literally is just with words, pen and paper. So if you think you're always overlooked and you're never chosen, then your new limitless belief is, I'm always seen, I'm always heard, I'm always chosen. If you think you are not popular, if you think, people are showing up in your life and they're not being kind to you, because you're actually not being kind to yourself either, you would change that story to I am kind, I am popular, I am likable, I am lovable, I am easy to get along with. And all you want to do with these new stories, these new limitless beliefs that you're having about yourself, is persist in repeating them morning, noon, and night. And whenever that negative voice pops in your head to tell you the opposite, the more you do it, the more natural it will feel. So that is an incredibly simple tool that when you change your inner conversation, you're changing your self-concept. Everyone as you pushed out is what is reflected back at you. And like I said, it won't happen overnight, but you will start to see these changes gradually. And I am 100% proof, and so are my clients, that when you do this, you actually get back what you want back from people. So again, this is one of the amazing tools that I use with my coaching clients. We work on what these limiting beliefs are so we can change the inner conversation, so we can actually attract back what we truly, truly want and deserve, fundamentally, and deserve. And we can stop all that pain and hurt that has been caused throughout our life, changing that pattern. Remember, patterns can be broken. If they can be created, they can be broken. So as always, I am available for coaching. So if this is something that you would like to dive deeper into, then please get in touch in the link below. And I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you. And I do offer a 30-minute free complimentary consultation as well. So we can just have a simple chat and see if we will work well together. Again, I really hope that's helped. As always, my aim is to help you as much as possible and to give you as much value in these videos as possible, because all of these techniques that I share with you have been tried and tested with me, and I can honestly say that they genuinely do work when you persist in it and when you're diligent and when you're consistent. So take care and look out for the video on Friday, part 2 of the 6 series of Wishes Fulfilled, in how to create a life you truly love, deserve and desire with these simple techniques, and to get those manifestations into your reality. So take care, and I'll see you Friday.